Hey Capricorn, thank you so much for jumping over to the extended reading. We saw a new foundation being developed, right? A new beginning. You and this person coming into more harmony with one another as a result of learning some lessons, doing some work in the shadow side of yourselves, as well as opening up the heart space, really learning this lesson of compassion, heart-centeredness, and cultivating gratitude. We also saw your person, starting to tear down some of the walls that they've built up that kept them from being able to seriously connect with you. And this is the result of them making the free will decision to come out of what had been a very dark, shadowy victim consciousness that they had been living in, where they were projecting everything that had gone wrong in the connection onto you. But they still have some issues, some conflict on a deep level, some Seven of Swords energy that has them still fighting with, struggling with resistance to some of their shadow energies. So I want to see what's triggering them still at this time in the connection, because they want to come forward, but there's just some resistance that keeps them from doing so right at this moment. So what's still triggering them? Okay, so we have some potential karmic energy here, potential third party, as well as some pride and ego, right? So this person is feeling blocked at this time. This person is feeling like, that you may be with someone else, even if you're not. This is what they're thinking. This card says, knowing that you're living with someone else really gets to me. So they believe that you may have moved on, which could be another reason why I said, they're not sure. It's like with this moon energy, there's still some truths hidden from them and from their perspective that they're not sure about, that they'd like to be clearer about before just, charging forward. And that's why they're stopping themselves from reaching out. This card says, I stop myself from reaching out when my pride kicks in. And that's because they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what you're going to say. They don't know if, this other person, this karmic energy that's coming up, is going to get in the way of what they want to do, which is move forward with you. And they feel like you're intentionally blocking their affection for them at this time. It says, please stop blocking my affection for you. So they feel like they're being shut down, right? And whether or not that's actually the case, that's their perception. And so that's what's stopping them from moving forward. That's what's keeping them in this Seven of Swords energy, where they feel like they have to play games, where they can't be totally 100% honest, even though they've gotten clearer in their heart and in their mind that they would like to move forward and try this connection again. They don't want to have egg on their face if that's not, what you want to do. So let's get some tarot cards to clarify this energy a little further around their triggers. Okay, so we have the Emperor. I feel like this is the person they think, you're with, someone who they may even feel like is more powerful than them, better than them. I also feel like this is representative of the way they see themselves, right? This is Aries energy too. So if that applies to you, if your person is Aries, take that. But this could also represent, how prideful they are feeling. Emperors like to be in control. Emperors like to be the authority. They don't ever want to be one-upped, right? And that's how this person is feeling. Like, hey, if there's another emperor on the scene, count me out. I'm not going to put myself out there to be embarrassed, right? And intuitively, here it is, High Priestess. Intuitively, this is what they sense. They sense someone else on the scene, and that's what's blocking this Ace of Pentacles, right? Like they want to start something new. They want to trust that, things could, work out this time. But there's this Emperor energy, this other masculine energy that they're picking up on that has them feeling a little unsure of themselves at this time, right? And it could just be their own jealous fantasies. We're going to take a look at that and see what the third party energy is at this time. But whatever it is, they feel it deep. And so they feel it deep enough where they're not willing to ignore it. And if that is how they really feel, if there are some jealous energies at play for them, then that could be a block, with trying to move forward, particularly if it's not true, but, they think what they think, they believe what they believe, and they're not willing to change their mind about that. That could be a problem. That could be a problem for you guys coming together. Okay, so let's see what the third party energy is right now. This is something. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords, and we have the Emperor again, and we have the Ace of Wands and the Death card. So what I'm getting is this third party energy, it may no longer be the case, but there was definitely a point where either one or both of you were playing this game of trying to make the other one jealous, make the other one think there was someone else, there was some competition, trying to one up each other. And even though, that may no longer be the case, or it never really was even true, the damage has been done where that energy exists in the connection, and that's something that has to be worked through, talked through, cleared up before things could actually move forward again. So that's a major sticking point, having to clear up any perceived misconceptions or, imaginary third parties. So let's see how you feel about them at this time, Capricorn. Where are you? So we have flirt. We have this could be the one. We have pay attention to the red flags. So I feel like this is something that, you would like to come back into your experience, right? You see this person as someone who could potentially be, the person for you, someone you can have a serious connection with, but you also have your guard up, right? It's like you're looking for the signs, looking to see if there's been any change. You may not, necessarily just welcome this person back with 100% open arms without sleeping with one eye open. And so it's like you kind of have one foot in, one foot out, even though mostly you're in. I'm going to clarify this. But I feel like you want to see, see what they're going to bring to the table. Yeah, look at that. 7 of Cups. You have options too. You have choices. Look, we have the 9 of Swords. And then maybe they have options too. There's something here about options, choices, things not being clear with the 7 of Cups that bothers you. So I feel like there's still some anxiety present for you that your person is picking up on intuitively, and they're seeing that as this third party Emperor energy, even though that may not be the case. But here we go, 2 of Pentacles, right? So you have some decisions to make. You haven't necessarily decided either way. You may have another person, you may have other options that are on the table that you may not want to give up on. Not being sure where this person is or where they're seriously going to take things. But remember, we had the Justice card that came out, the 4 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a good chance for a solid foundation, but both of you would have to put both feet in. Both of you would actually have to commit to, trying again. Otherwise, it just will not work, right? You can't be 1 foot out, one foot in. So let's see what messages, if they could share with you right now, what would they say? Maybe that'll offer some clarity around how you can, you know, open up if they decide to come forward, or if something shifts in the connection where you guys have some communication. Because right now I'm getting a lot of thoughts and mental activity, but not any solid communication. So here we go. I am leaving my partner because I am in love with you and I cannot deny this connection any longer. That's from them. Please be patient and trust in divine timing that I will make the necessary sacrifices to come to you. And I feel that you disrespected me and betrayed me. I am a loyal person and I want to feel that I can trust you completely. Please acknowledge the hurt you have caused me, as this will help me to heal. All right, good. So earlier we had this 7, we had the victim. We had the victim come out earlier, and we had the 7 of Swords, right? And so that speaks to this card right here of them talking about betrayal, feeling disrespected, not being able to fully trust, right? That's where that victim energy and where that 7 of Swords, feeling like they have to be guarded, feeling like, you know, they can't be 100% open and vulnerable, always having to keep one eye open. That's being mirrored here in the connection between you two, right? And until that's healed on both sides, it'll be the same thing over and over again. But there is this opportunity to bring justice to the situation by both of you, you know, owning up to this and really putting this out in the open, putting out the fact that this is what's being felt. And what they're saying is, hey, look, I'm moving toward doing that. I'm moving toward doing that, and it's taking me some time, right? But we already saw that it was taking some time because we saw, you know, they still have some walls up. They're still working through some negative subconscious patterns in their soul energy. But this is where it's headed. And the 4 of Wands, I mean, the 4 of Wands to me always symbolizes an authentic, stable commitment. Does that necessarily mean a monogamous relationship? I don't know. But it definitely means something more solid being created, something better than, you know, what was there before, right? A growth opportunity, okay? And I feel like, you know, it's like each of you had to kind of go into a cave a little bit to work on yourselves, and then when you emerge from the cave, you come together in a more harmonious way, right? And when I say cave, it's like a soul cave. That's what I saw, a soul cave that each of you had to go into to really look at yourselves, to break down some of these barriers. Now, here's the deal. There's this third party energy that keeps coming up. So I'm going to say, you know, that's present in the connection and could have contributed to why you have, you know, started to explore your own options, and now they're nervous about, you know, what options you may have, because obviously they have explored other options themselves, but they're saying, you know, that's something that, you know, in due time they would be willing to move away from, to explore connection with you. So let's look at advice for you right now, because this is still you know, new energy in the making to me. And there's still, you know, with that 7 of Swords, to me that indicates that there's still some time that has to pass before you guys can really clear all this out. There's still work that needs to be done on both parties' behalf. But I feel like, again, if you guys truly put both feet in, truly commit then to doing the work, then things can move forward. But you have to both commit. So what's your advice, Capricorn? It says time to go. why, and chop wood. So I think what this is saying here is it's really time to get out of your head, time to move away from, you know, questioning the why of things, the why this person is this way, the why this person is that way, and really just focus on chopping wood and carrying water when it comes to doing your own work, right? Putting the focus on yourself. That's what this journey is really all about, twin flame journey, if that's what you consider it. But even with deep soul connections, when someone comes into your life, they trigger you in a certain way, they activate certain issues within you. The work is yours to do and yours to do alone. And really it's about doing the work because you need to do the work, not for the connection, not to bring yourself back together with another person. Now, if that happens, great. But in order to do the work in general, you have to really turn the attention and the focus onto you. You could spend a lifetime questioning why. You could spend a lifetime wondering why this, why that, what about this, when that. And all that does is push you further and further and further away from the work that you need to do, right? Chopping wood and carrying, you know the saying, chop wood, carry water. It's about putting your head down, putting the focus where it needs to be, and doing the work as it should be done. And only you know what that work is, but looking at what came up for you with the 7 of Cups and this 9 of Swords here, it's about really gaining more clarity within yourself so that you can have more emotional balance and stability, particularly when it comes to this connection and how you view it, how you see it, how you engage with it, and the thought energy that you put into it. Right now, you're all up in your head about it, and Spirit is saying, remember, you got the message of cultivating gratitude. Come into your heart, you know, stop tap dancing around this energy, going back and forth. Make a decision, decide where you want to be, and move toward that. Come out of this, you know, fighting energy. Surrender to this, surrender the fight. Give that up, because there will be no winner. Trust me, neither you nor this person. So put your swords down, walk away from all of that, right? And walk away from it immediately. Keep your awareness up. Focus on what it is you are really wanting, right? And it looks like on some level, it's this person or someone better. Focus on what that looks like and feels like, and do the work of aligning yourself with that reality. All right, so those are your messages, Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in. I totally appreciate you coming over to the extended, and I will see you again next week. Make sure you check out my channel too, because I post a ton of free daily readings, moon readings, and anything else that I feel inspired to put up there. And let me know you were here. Leave me a comment. Let me know how this resonated. Peace.